As Christabel fell to the deck with the albatross, like the albatross had before, the snake spiraled up into a deceiving masquerade as the glorious Geraldine. Arm bare, eyes divinely dark, hair dazzling and black diamonds, her silken robe, unholy in the moonlight, lightly fluttered in the still air to reveal her breast and half her bloody side, raw from being pierced like Crisis. Then that one twisted eye of hers began to glitter like the eye of the mariner, who was mastered by her black magic. It was then I realized that the mariner had shot the albatross for divine approval, that the beautiful image of woman and love was somehow terribly linked with death. That beauty was the beast. Breathless breathless and appalled, I watched Geraldine stretching out lovingly to embrace the mariner, her dark magnetic eye glittering, revolving. I spun around in fear from the unholy sight, slipping and tumbling over the deck rail into the gaping mouth of the sea. Down, down I plunged deep into the icy water, only seeing blackness and starry light that hurled the depths of my unconsciousness. Black diamonds flashed everywhere in the seething space, whirling with me into the deep. Despite this situation, information still flowed into my mind. Physicists say that for every particle known to exist, there is an invisible twin particle. The twins are intimately related, except that one particle is matter and the other is an undetectable light wave. Some call it God particle. Planets, astral bodies, and human bodies make up 4% of our universe's matter. Dark energy and dark matter are the invisible gunk accounting for the other 96%. Floating aimlessly through the black diamonds, I imagined that they were the God particles of dark matter and energy. Maybe my own God particle was out there, hidden in the darkness, omnipresent, silent, watching over me. Maybe I was a God particle. I glanced around as I drifted inside the belly of the stony sea like a corpse, sinking deeper and deeper into my capsule of time. Lost in a deathless coma, I sensed I could never regain my equilibrium in the underwater world where I was trapped. And just as a wave of despair began to crush my heart, I inhaled the familiar sweet, heady smell of marijuana. Then a bright light flashed, blinding me. A painful explosion of sound lacerated the waters, adding to my confusion, making me think that Geraldine would soon have her way with me. To my annoyance, a cold sea of new faces materialized, glassy-eyed, indifferent, narcotized, and chanting. I wanted to rock and roll all night and party every day. It was hotter than hell, and I could hear the voices of musicians rasping out something about being unholy, being a worm burrowing through a brain. Then bone-crushing heavy metal music slammed hard into my ears, turning to where the massive flashing light had been. I saw Kiss in concert. Musicians masked as demons danced and gyrated on stage. One singer snaking his tongue, another spitting blood. The idea flashed before me that they were perfect partners for Geraldine, who masked her depravity. The only difference was that the musicians were human, masked as demons. Geraldine was a monster masked as a goddess. Thinking, don't kill, Estelle das Leben ist der Tod. I looked down, and to my horror, I saw a concrete cubic solid moving toward me at a great speed, crushing into me in a flash of sharp whiteness, then darkness, no pain, just black diamonds everywhere. I floated in unbounded space as if I were a disassembled body, life force, disembodied life force, rather. Then people were yelling and pushing off them, shoving me away. Someone said I was an idiot for jumping from the second balcony to the concrete platform. I looked up and realized that it was true. I had jumped from the second balcony. The spellbinding light from the stage's huge eye-shaped background had blinded me, mystified that I was not hurt. I stared at the prophets of doom on stage, their hands striking their thundering guitars like dead leaves swept up in a tornado. Their words whirled around the crowd, spinning out a dire message. Your day is sorrow and madness. Got you under their thumb. Who, black diamond? I wandered through the swarming riot of bodies, searching for an exit, thinking that no one was going to keep me under a thumb. I was alive and still free, for the fall had not killed me. The relentless guitar gongs pounded on, enthralling their slug-like audience, a single multicellular organism bent on oblivion. Then I saw John and Lucia, and the music lost in its mystique, for Kiss was only in concert on Lucia's sound system. Relief flooded my mind. I had made it back from the poem. But then a sharp pain riveted across my stomach with a rush of movement through my throat, and uncontrollably and with a little ceremony, I bent forward and vomited a black snake on the oriental carpet. I'll holler at you, ladies, kings, and queens. This is part 2 of chapter 8 of The Road from Orion. We'll be back with chapter 9 next time. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.